Hey my friend, this is Gavin Mountford here and welcome to the Attraction Marketing Guys show. This is episode number 12 and I will be your host, Gavin Mountford. In today's episode, I'm going to share more about the power of engagement in your business and how important it is so you can have people coming to you to literally ask you to join your business and basically to work closer with you. If you'd like to get access to today's show notes, if you go to networkingsuperstars.com/12, you'll be able to get access to all the training, the video, the podcast that will be there very, very shortly. So let's get into the power of engagement, because what I did a while ago, and I'll just share this with you now, you won't be able to see it because you won't be able to see my screen unless you're watching the recording of this. But what I did was I posted a post and it said, I posted this on my fan page or on my profile on Facebook. It was a little while ago. It said, in the last 7 days, my organization has literally exploded. I've made over $4,200 in 7 days, and I'm on track to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest, sales directors in the company. Right now, I have an opportunity for 4 people to partner directly with me on a one-to-one basis in my inner circle before, and then I gave the date, where I'll mentor you, I'll guide you, and I'll take you by the hand to teach you exactly what I've done. If you're on my list, you'll know I charge $1,000 an hour for one-on-one coaching, $5,000 for group coaching, but right now I have an opportunity for just 4 more people to work directly in my inner circle before we officially launch. The opportunity expires on, and then I gave the date. If you'd like to know more, leave me a comment below and hit the like button, and I'll send you over some more information as soon as possible. So what did I do there in that post? I created an update on my fan page or on my Facebook profile. And what happened as a result of that, I had 56 people say, yes, Gavin, I'd like more information. I'd like to work closer with you. There was people saying, Gavin, you're a great mentor. I really appreciate what you do. You give great value. Yes, Gavin, send me more information. And literally the comments just went on and on and on and on and on. And that was a video that I'd created and a post about my primary opportunity at the time. And we had a lot of people come in and a lot of people engage. Now, here's the thing with engagement. If you're not putting out value to the community, if you're not putting out good quality information, if you're not impacting people's lives, then when you post something like that, you're not going to get any response. That's the big challenge. Now, you could go and post exactly the same post and maybe the same video, and you could get 0 response. And the reason that I get such a good response, and you can learn how to do this too, is because I've conditioned people over time to respond, and I've engaged with people. I've actually physically and personally reached out to people, had a proper conversation with them, and then all of a sudden that person goes, oh yeah, there's Gavin, oh, he's the guy that teaches attraction marketing. And they can do the same for you as well. And when people start to do that, they start to actually pay attention to you, and you become an authority, and people become very, very interested. Now, let me just take you through quickly my 6-step sponsoring sequence. I just want to give you a recap of how this process works, because essentially this is 6 steps that I'm going into detail about gradually over time, and you're learning this entire process. The first step in this process is all about creating compelling content. Now, you can create content on your fan page, in your Facebook group, in your email list, on your blog, as a video, as an audio, as an advert. You have to be creating content. Therefore, every single day, you have to carve out 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour to sit down and actually write or create content. Now, you get the content from the knowledge you gain from listening to trainings like this. You could take something what I say today and you could post it on your fan page. You could post it in your community. You could post it on your blog. That is content created. What that does is it generates traffic. People find you through the content you create. If you don't create content, nobody's going to find you. So what happens is people find you from the content you've created, and your job then is to redirect those people to a capture page, where the second step in the 6-step sponsoring sequence is to capture your lead. What then happens is you can capture your lead in 4 different places if you follow the trainings that I teach. Number one, you capture people in your email list, which means you follow up with your prospect on a daily basis. You send out email broadcasts. You can automate the process, or you can do physical email broadcasts. For each person on your list, on average, you'll make around $1 per month per subscriber on your email list. When you use my approach and my system, you can increase that to up to $5 per person per month on your email list. What does that mean? That means that for, let's say you have a list of 1,000 subscribers on your email list, you're going to be making anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 every single month, as long as you have a good relationship with your list. This is an asset, and it's incredibly, incredibly powerful. The second place you can bring people into as you capture your leads is you can bring people to like your fan page, and they become a fan and an audience member. So every time you post on your fan page a piece of content that we talked about in step one, those people see your content and they're going to interact and engage with you. The third place that you want to be capturing people is in your Facebook group or your Facebook community. And you can do some very, very, very clever things with that. So the process that I use so far is I create content, I send traffic to a capture page. When they opt into the capture page and enter their email address, I normally have a thank you page and a video on that thank you page that says something like this. It says, hey, it's Gavin Mountford here. Thank you for requesting your free report. I've just sent it to you via email. Please go check your email in about 10 minutes. But whilst you're here on this page, what I'd like you to do is two things. Number one, go and like the fan page. You'll see a button just below. Click on the like button and I'll be able to send you the information and the trainings to help you build your business. And number two, make sure you go and join our private members only community, because when you join our private members only community, you'll get insider training that you won't see anywhere else. Okay, so now people have joined my community, they've liked my fan page, they're on my list, and they also go into something called a Facebook retargeting audience, which I'll teach you about in another training. That is the capture part of the process. Next, we have connect. Now, this is what I do. I'm basically revealing my entire strategy to you here. Again, it's layer upon layer, and there's more to it, but I'm teaching it you on these trainings. The third step in the sequence, in the 6-step sponsoring sequence, is to actually connect with your prospect and physically reach out to them so you're no longer a stranger. And what happens when you do that is when your prospect receives your email in their inbox, normally they just ignore it because they don't know who you are. But as soon as you reach out on Facebook or somewhere else and actually speak to them directly and open up the dialogue, all of a sudden they start to open your emails and your open rate increases dramatically. How do you actually connect with people that are on your email list if you don't know who they are? Well, your prospect has just gone into your Facebook group, which is your community. And what you can do is you then approve that prospect in your group. You click on the approve button. So when you've set up a Facebook group, if you haven't done it already, make sure you do. If you want any advice, give me a quick message. You'll be able to find me on Facebook at Networking Superstars. But approve your new member in your group. And then when you approve them, what I normally do is I'll tag all the people that I've approved in a welcome post, and I'll say, hey, welcome to our new members, great to meet you, please introduce yourself here. And then I'll just tag their name, and they get a notification that Gavin Mountford just approved them into the Online Entrepreneurs Club Facebook group. What I then do is I actually personally reach out to each of those members, or I have one of my team do it, and we just say, hey, great to meet you, Gavin Mountford here. I've just approved you in our community, or in our Online Entrepreneurs Club community. Great to meet you. Whereabouts do you live? Something like that opens the conversation. Now what that does is all of a sudden now I've gone from being a complete stranger to being somebody that actually cares and actually personally reaches out. So every time they see my email now, they're going they're going to remember Gavin Mountford. Every time they see a post in the Facebook group, they're going to remember Gavin Mountford. Every time I send a message to them or we have a conversation, they're going to remember me. Every time they see an advert on Facebook, they're going to remember me. Every time they see a post on the fan page, they're going to remember me. Now, you can literally get everywhere, all over the web, in front of your prospect, and this becomes top of mind marketing. It means that your prospect is going to remember you when they're looking to join a business opportunity, which means you can sponsor people very, very, very easily with this process. So you've done the connect part. The next step is the fourth step, which is comment. Now, comment is exactly the same as engagement, which is what we're talking about right now. And once you have people coming to you and engaging, now engagement is essentially like it is, you're having a two-way conversation. It could be on just like I did when I posted that piece of content I shared with you earlier, and I said, 56 people commented on it. That is engagement. And there's something called touch points. You may have heard of a touch point before, but essentially a touch point, the more touch points you have with a prospect, the much more likely they are to join your business. A touch point could be something like they like your post, they watch your video, they listen to an audio, they attend a webinar, or they attend a broadcast, or they send you a private message, or you have a conversation with them, or you pick up the phone with them. That's like 7 or 8 different touch points. The more touch points you can have in, let's say, a 15 to 30 day period, the easier it is to sponsor people. This is called commitment and consistency. Now, I know I'm giving you a lot of information on this call. In fact, the most information I've probably ever given out for free, but this is the process that I use, and we haven't even covered the conversation, which is coming in the next step, and the consultant close process that I'm going to share with you, how to actually sign people up into your business as well. So engagement is key. Many people that I know have Facebook groups and they have communities, and they literally just post content, post content, post content, post content, post content. That is it. They get no response, they get no response, they get no response, they get no response from their members. Nobody's going to join your business if you don't get any response. If you don't get any response, it's because you are not actually taking the time to engage with your audience. You're not sending them a private message, and you're probably not saying, hey, great to meet you, thanks for joining my community. By the way, whereabouts do you live, or what business are you in? And then you have a conversation. Essentially, it's engagement. And what will happen is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, so they're never going to join your business if you don't care about them, and it comes across that you don't care about them if you don't engage and if you don't have a conversation with them. So this is the process. There's more to it. I'm giving you this information right now. I would like you to implement it. What we've been doing over on the Networking Superstars fan page, which I'll give you a link to if you're on live in just a second, is make sure you engage with the content on a daily basis. At least 1, 2, 3 of the posts each day, because what Facebook's going to do is they're going to show you more of that content, which means you're going to be able to digest and understand all of this information. That is critical to the success of your business. All right, so thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I will be back with the next episode very, very soon. Gavin Mountford here. Take care. Bye-bye.